Hey, everybody. Welcome to another session of the Era of the Dragons. Very excited to be back with everyone. We'll go ahead and just get started and we'll do our little introduction. So we'll start with you, Silver.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. I use he, they pronouns, and I will be playing Fensiris Roxalar, who is a dragonborn rogue who uses she, her pronouns.
Awesome. We'll go to Soliloquy.
Hello, friends. I am Soliloquy or Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. I will be playing a tiefling barbarian named Grief. Grief uses he, they pronouns. Grief also uses a combat wheelchair, and the combat wheelchair is designed by Sarah Thompson, who you can find on Twitter under the username Mustangs Art. And I use a wheelchair. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user, so I like to play that in game.
Awesome. Penny.
Hello, my name is Penny. I use she, they pronouns, and I'll be playing Gift, who is a human warlock druid who also uses she, her pronouns.
And Tara.
Hi, I'm playing a chromatic dragonborn wizard named Merlin who uses he, him pronouns, and personally I use she, her pronouns.
Awesome. And I am Archangelic. Most people call me Mal. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing everyone else. I am your humble game master tonight. So we'll get right into it with our little recap. So, our heroes, fresh off the win against a faction of the Restoration calling themselves the Acid Guard in the small town of Stork's Run, made their way to the gleaming, vibrant city on the river Zarkan, along with a new member, the impossibly old dragonborn wizard, Merlin. The mayor of Stork's Run has asked you to look for his wife, who was kidnapped by Jax Fletcher, the leader of the Acid Guard. The last lead you all have is that Jax has been operating out of the city of Zarkan. Upon arrival in the city, you reached out to a friend who lives in the area, one Billy Bob Bones. He invited you into his townhome and helped you assess the situation. Considering it all, he said he would begin investigating as he has ties to the Fletcher family. Billy also offered you a way to have freedom to move between the various districts of Zarkan. He would apply for a chit in exchange for a favor done for him. You agree to this, opting for this purpose to be called Safe Enough Incorporated. The favor Billy asked is this. He has a place he calls his big house, but everyone who has ever slept there has had the worst dreams imaginable. He would like you to clear the house of whatever is haunting it. This all said, nothing could happen that day. So as the city was basically shut down for festivities. You were there on the autumnal equinox. And he told you to go out and enjoy the festival, and maybe you will gain the favor of the god of death, Vergus, the Skeleton King. You set out to enjoy the festivities, as the effigy of Vergus burned and smoke filled the city, you each individually encountered the root vegetable-headed god of death. The next morning, you made your way to Billy's big house to fulfill your duties. And that is where we left off. If we can go to our map here, you are in his house. You have found some strange powdery substance on the ground. You're up on the second level of the home in the master bedroom. And I believe the plan was to have Gift basically be bait by sleeping. So what would y'all like to do?
That was the plan.
All right. So I guess we'll just set up around here. Gift, are you sure? Are you sure you want to take this on?
She nods.
Okay. There's a little changing station over in the corner. Am I seeing that right, Mal? Like this thing right over here.
Yeah, there's a little room separator there,
Okay.
where you can change clothes and get ready. There's a little chair with a stool there
Gotcha.
as well.
Are there any like gaps in the different panels that I would be able to see through if I was stationed over there?
Give me a quick perception check.
Okie dokie. Starting out strong. That's 2 plus numbers.
Okay.
Perception. Oh, that's a 3. Yeah.
Okay. You think you can kind of see, like, if you move the thing just right, you have to kind of partially collapse the screen in order to see through the slit in between the panels. So on one hand, it would kind of take away from your cover there,
Mm,
but you could arrange it. It's just not easy to.
okay. Yeah, Fenceris will start trying to arrange this thing because she's gonna try to catch whatever causes this nightmare dreams.
Okay. Merlin, what do you plan to do?
Merlin plans to be still and be observant of the surroundings. Just having a very sensitive hearing, he decides to focus in silence.
Okay. So are you you're gonna hang out in the room here with Gift sleeping?
That's a good point. Let me move so Gift can have a more peaceful sleep.
There's also plenty of bedrooms, and basically the house is yours while you're investigating.
Okay.
Grief, what do you plan to do?
So, first of all, I would like to magic awareness, which gives you the location of spells or magic items within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
In this room specifically, and I will move my token to that room.
So you cast your magical awareness, your
Ignoring anything that's on any of my party members.
Of course. You don't get anything particularly magical in and of itself. No magical objects, no spell effects, but this room is... You start to realize it's not just the room. It's like the house, or is it the air? Everything has a tint to it. Like there's a magic somewhere nearby. Maybe something. It's hard to say. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
$23 non-net.
You've not seen anything like this before, but there might be something powerful nearby, or the whole region, or maybe the whole house is under some sort of spell effect. It's hard to say. It's faint though. It doesn't seem to be intrinsic to the house. Maybe it's just the whole area.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to settle over here. I think I'm gonna leave my chair here in this corner, and I will lay on the couch and like pretend to sleep while keeping a very close eye and ear on everything. I don't want to. I'd rather be in here in case anything happens.
Okay. All right. We'll say for the purposes of everything that y'all came here more in the, I don't remember if y'all decided to come like first thing in the morning or if y'all did anything before coming over. I don't remember that.
I don't recall.
I think we came over pretty much right after breakfast. That's my memory.
That would make sense. That feels right. So, but you've made your way through town. It's probably getting to be about midday. Not a bad time for a nap. So I will for sure let you. Elric is just going to post up kind of with Merlin outside the bedroom just in case anything happens. So.
And question, GM, we have already sort of all looked around the whole place and done just a general look over to see if we see anything odd or out of place, right?
Y'all only really told me you've investigated up here so far. If you want to check other places, this is the topmost floor of the building. The attic doesn't seem to be used or anything like that, and it's more of just it's not really a built out storage space, it's just the space at the top of the house. There is a cellar that seems to just be filled with like casks of wine. Go ahead and give me an investigation check if y'all want to check out the rest of the house before doing this.
For me, that's a 12.
12, okay.
For me, it's
Oh.
a 25.
Hold on. Mine rolled twice. Here, for this one, I'll just do this. That is a 17 plus 2, 19.
19, okay.
Finceris is just kind of staying in this room, posted up,
Okay.
watching for anything while everyone else is around searching.
Okay. While they're around searching, give me another perception check.
Better, 14.
14, okay. Thank you.
All right, fair.
Rude.
Yeah, well, 25. You see that there's been like construction done down here down in the cellar. When you're all looking around, but it doesn't seem like out of place. It looks like maybe the racks that hold these casks of wine are new, and it just seems like maybe they stopped partway through and we're going to build out more because there's just materials down here. But nothing too out of place. In fact, this house is ready for someone to live in right now. And it seems very well kept. There's nothing, you don't find any signs of like curses or anything. Just seems like a house. Very nice house, but mundane. So yeah, you all settle in to have Gift go to sleep. It takes a little while. Gift, you slowly drift off to sleep.
Mhm.
And as you drift off, you kind of feel like you open your eyes and it's the house. Your friends aren't here. It's nighttime. Give me a perception check.
– 18.
18. You see something out of the corner of your eye but you turn to look and it's not there. But you see the walls are rippling like they're the surface of water. You realize everything is like it's made of a liquid. It's unsettling and strange. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I think we're going to walk to the heart of the house. If I'm in the house and I'm alone, we're going to head for the kitchen, which is the heart of the house.
Okay. All right. The kitchen is on the lower level of the house.
Mhm.
And it's a small, humble kitchen. In as much as this house is humble.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. As far as a mansion house goes, it's it's meant for maybe 2 servants. But you're walking down and you're walking through and you feel a presence. And it says, it's a familiar voice. It says, I can smell you. What are you doing here? It's the creature that haunts you. You don't see it.
Okay, she's now, okay. She tried to stand up to it last time and her method didn't work. She's going to try a different route this time. She's going to cast protection from evil on herself. This thing is probably an outsider or a fae.
And it says, I'll find you when I'm done. And you feel the presence kind of fade from you.
She smiles. That's one of her druid spells. She couldn't do that before.
Yes.
Awesome.
But you've had dreams before. You're not certain you could cast spells in dreams this way. This is
Fair. Okay.
But you see, but what? So the spell, what does it prevent?
Yeah, it's until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against aberrations, celestials, elements, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
Creatures have disadvantage on attacks, can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. If already charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target has advantage on the new saving throws.
Okay. You see another figure right in the corner of your eyes. Again, just the corner of your vision, just like it's standing right here. And you turn again and you see that there's a ripple in the floor.
She's going to move towards it.
You move towards that spot and it's a solid floor for you, at least.
Okay.
You touch it and it smooths out as your hand reaches towards it. I'm going to break away from you for one moment.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 people in the room, Grief and Fen, please give me a perception check.
Oh my goodness, 8.
Okay.
Also an 8. Wow.
Okay. Grief, you have an interesting vantage point. And you see, like, you're laying on the couch and you think for a moment a hand is reaching over the couch towards you, but you turn your head and see nothing.
Um, is it coming from like the back of the couch?
Yes, it's like it's coming from the back, like something was looking at you while you were
Hmm.
pretending to sleep.
Okay, can I look over the back of the couch quietly and, move very slowly?
You see Gift, and that's about the moment you see Gift actually, like, a spell just like covers her, like a protective layer covers her, like a spell was cast over her.
That's probably okay. And nothing else about her seems weird. Doesn't look like there's anything around her.
Give me another perception check.
$19.
With a 19, you see a faint purple dust collecting at the foot of the bed. Something like it's just like dust in a sunbeam. It just like appears out of nowhere and just looks like it's been falling the entire time, and you see it collect on the ground.
Is it at all recognizable to me? Something I've ever seen before?
I would say for this, give me a religion check.
That's a 4.
That tracks.
Yeah.
So you don't know what it is? What would you like to do?
I am going to quietly and slowly walk over to it to get a closer look.
As you walk closer, you hear this like faint clicking, and then you feel something cold touch your shoulder, but that's where we're going to break away for one moment. Gift, you are looking and you're seeing where the ripples are, and while you can't move through it, it almost feels like something is vibrating these walls.
Okay. Well, she can't move through. So, world question.
Yes.
What is the equivalent of like a salt circle and a house altar, like leaving presents for the hobgoblins? Because that's what she's going to do. At the end of the day, Gift's pretty normal, and she's in a kitchen in a haunted house. So she's going to like set up a gift to the house spirits. She's going to start by saying, "Hey, stop haunting the place."
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say for this world, there would definitely be a small dish, especially in a kitchen like this, a small dish where like milk or something would be left for mischievous spirits to sate themselves, so they leave you alone. Especially, accidents happen in the kitchen, and they would be especially aware of that. And So yeah, there's definitely a small dish, dried up, but it's a place to make offerings.
Yeah. So she's gonna clean the space and make an offering in a folklore sort of way. This is not a mechanical thing, but
Mhm.
it's where she'd start.
Actually, as you do that, a little would be hard to describe, in because in D&D terms things are a little odd. But I would say that this would be a goblin of, you give the offering, and as if out of nowhere, this little creature, um, like like light human tone skin, but very like wrinkly in weird ways, and like its arms are a little too long for its body,
Mhm.
and its ears are like kind of pointed downwards, like just hangs down.
It's like a
Um,
Brian Froud elf.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. An a folklore elf would be
Yeah.
the right description for this. So yes.
Perfect.
And starts just slapping it up and says, "Thanks."
She smiles.
Wait.
Beyond that, good.
You're a human. What are you doing here?
She looks around and says, "The owner believes the place is haunted. Is it true?" She can ask questions.
Let me think. Well, if you're from the Waking, yeah, this would be kind of haunted, but place isn't haunted. It's definitely weird.
She smiles and says, "The owner wants to be comfortable here. Is that possible?"
Oh, maybe? I just want to say it's not me or my guys.
She nods at that.
Now, humans keep showing up here in the Waking. They're not supposed to be from the Waking, and they're not supposed to be in the shadow.
She nods at this. She doesn't know what that means entirely, but makes sense to her.
Now, they were doing something. A bunch of humans. I was watching them. They were doing something at the cave underneath the house. Is it a cave? They call it something weird, but it's a cave.
She smiles and says, "Thank you. Enjoy the milk."
Yeah, I gave you stuff. You give me stuff.
That's how it works. And she smiles. She's going to head for the basement.
Okay.
She was there in the Waking, which there were wine casks. So she's going to assume one of these wine casks is not a wine cask at this point.
Your tokens will be there, but let me show you a little bit of what you see in the cellar. If it loads. There we go. Let me. Tokens are there just so y'all can see. But you go there and you see ripples. This is where the vibrations of this place are coming from. It's almost seismic here.
Okay.
And you see behind the cellar, behind these casks of wine, whatever they were building, there's cracks in the wall that y'all couldn't see. As far as you can tell, you weren't there in whatever Waking, but whatever version of this place it is, you can see there's something behind here.
She's going to go and look for a lot of cracks or like the proverbial weak point.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna think about it, and there's nobody here with a strength score, and she doesn't have a strength score, so she tries to turn into a bear.
I'm gonna have you make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, that seems reasonable. roll. Yes, roll. There you go. Respectable. 13.
13. I'm not going to make you use your wild shape for this, but you feel the fingertips turn to claws, and then like as it ripples up your body, it just changes back.
Okay.
Like your sense of self is just pushing on this place.
Okay. She actually understands that in a way. And she actually kind of nods absentmindedly. She sits down up against the spot on the wall that she was going to try to push on,
Mm-hmm.
and she tries to go to sleep.
Well,
The thought is that might wake her up.
you lean your back against the wall and you fall through. You just fall backwards flat.
She laughs.
And you realize there was never a wall there. Like there's now just an opening in this wall. But it looks like the wall had crumbled in.
Okay.
And
Is there? Oh, good.
Go ahead, ask.
I was gonna. Is there a action to actively disbelieve illusions like there was in 3rd edition? Because now she thinks that there's illusions here.
Interesting. Make an intelligence saving throw. That's usually what is done for illusions.
Okay. Uh, 7.
7. As far as you can tell, either everything here is just an illusion, or nothing is. It's one of the two.
Okay.
But you kind of like pull your head up and look, and there in the middle of this area right here, let me see if I can ping that.
Yeah.
Is kind of jutting up out of the ground is this 4-sided pyramid, about 5 feet at its base, reaching up a good 4 feet from the ground. And there's just this point of energy just floating around it. Like, and as it expands and contracts, and that's giving off these waves through this whole place. And you hear but as you're looking and you're laying here, a figure in the peripheral of your vision grabs you. You feel cold on your shoulder, and you are ripped from here back to the waking. Grief. Something has grabbed you. I need you to make... What is it? Sorry, give me 1 second. It's actually going to... Well, we'll save for this. I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
7.
You fall unconscious. Finn, you saw Grief getting up, and let me pull the map back to this so that we're in the right place. I'm gonna move your token for just 1 minute. Oh, I don't have to. Finn, you see Grief just hit the floor. Gift, you wake up, and 2 creatures made of this faint purple energy just appear.
I'm sorry.
At-
go ahead.
They are at the edge of the bed, and I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay, but are the creatures supposed to be adorable?
Because they definitely are.
Like, look how cute they are.
I know. They
Like
are
little
cute.
Sour Patch Kids or something.
First they kick you in the shins, then they're sweet.
Exactly.
Sounds right. It's a 15 initiative for Fed.
As long as we know what to expect.
All right.
20 for Merlin.
All right.
Roll a 1. I just woke up. What do you want?
Super fair.
That is extremely fair.
Grief.
12.
12. Okay. And Elric got a 2. So we will begin combat as well. I will mark Grief as unconscious.
Is my HP affected or am I just unconscious?
You are at full HP, unconscious. It's like you're asleep.
Okay, cool. Mr. Sandman, cool.
We will begin combat with, we'll say, which wraith is it? It's that one. This one is going to fly over to Finn. And by fly, I mean that they don't really move by locomotion of any kind. It just floats, ignoring every object in its way. Grief's body, just floats over, reaches through the veil of this partition at you, Finn, and is going to make an attack against you. So that is a 15 to hit.
That is gonna miss.
Okay. That's its turn, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, that's its turn. So we will go next. So Merlin, you hear a body just hit the floor inside the room.
Oh no, what could that be? He runs over into the room to see what's happening, and oh my, what are these purple beings?
It's like there's sleep in your eye. It's like the little bit of blurriness when you wake up in the morning. That's what these creatures look like. They're not actually part of the landscape, but you blink your eyes a little bit and they're still there.
I'd like to cast Burning Hands.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
21 damage.
21 damage. You have to, I believe with Burning Hands, you have to roll to hit.
Roll to hit. How do I do that?
So there should be, I should have pulled up y'all's character sheets, but that's on me. It should either say that there's a DC for it or a to hit by the spell.
Oh, I see. 13 dexterity.
Oh, it's a dexterity saving throw. Okay, well, that's a different beast altogether. That is a 14.
13.
13. Okay, it manages to save, I believe. Let me see, Burning Hands. Does it do any damage on a successful save?
Yeah, 5d6.
It is
Half damage on that.
Oh,
looks
okay.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your damage for it, and it'll take half.
Okay. $12.
12. So
So
it's
half
6.
of that would be 6.
Yep. It doesn't seem interested in you. It seems interested in Grief. So we go back to let me see. All right. Anything else you would like to do, Merlin?
Can I slap them?
I'm going to say it takes an action to like rouse somebody from this unconscious state. So you spent your action doing burning hands, which valid, but you're not going to be able to wake up Grief right this minute.
Okay. I guess that's it for now.
Okay. All right. So this creature is going to reach its hand, and as it does, it reaches its hand towards Grief's mouth, and that dust builds up as it penetrates into your corporeal form. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's 18.
You succeed as it tries to steal your life through. So let me just explain it this way. Grief, you went to sleep and you woke up in the same kind of world that I described to Gift. And this creature isn't there, but when it reaches its hand into you in the waking world, you see its form right in front of your face, pulling the life force out of you in this dreaming state. But that's going to be its turn. It failed to steal your dreams. Fen, it is your turn.
All right. Well, these things seem slightly incorporeal, but good news, so are my psychic blades. So, gonna stab at this one in my face. See how that works out. And that's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
So, not that it matters, but 28.
28 will definitely hit.
Okie dokie. And that would be a total of 10 damage on this thing. Whatever it is.
Is this psychic damage?
Yes. It is officially psychic damage.
Okay. And you attack the one that's right next to you through here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I asked all these questions. How much damage did you do?
Well, what do I say? 10?
10. Okay. Okay.
Then I'm gonna uncanny dodge is not the right word. But we've been through this so many times. Cunning action.
Cutting action.
What's up?
Yep.
I'm gonna disengage,
Mm-hmm.
and in the effort of disengaging, I'm going to vault over the stand, if you'll let me, and rush over to this corner here.
Okay. Yeah,
Get a better
easy
vantage
enough for you.
point.
Yeah. You hit this creature with your blades and it just recoils and its whole countenance darkens and kind of hisses at you. Okay. So we go to the next creature or the next intern. Grief. You're in that dreaming space. I'm going to let you explore this space on your turn, but you don't get to do anything because you are unconscious.
Already.
So, but is there anything you would like to see or try to do in this dreaming space?
I mean, if I'm not really going to be able to do anything.
You can't do anything in the waking world, is what I mean. Like,
Gotcha. Okay, then I'll I guess I'll wander around a little bit.
give me an investigation or perception check.
9 perception.
You see the rippling walls, and you can feel the vibrations in the bedroom of whatever's happening in the waking world, but you don't really see much. So that's going to be your turn. We come to Elric, who pops in the room as sees Grief on the ground. Is going to move over here.
These things ghosts, Elric? Question mark.
Jaden, can you roll a religion check for me for Elric?
Certainly can. Oh wait, I have a specific die for him. You said religion?
Yes.
That's 18.
Those are definite. They're okay. I don't have time to explain. They're ghosts and not ghosts. And he will fucking like smack his chest onto Grief's smack his hand on Grief's chest, and it's like, well, you don't need healing. Wake up. And you rouse to consciousness as he spends his action doing that.
Fantastic.
But you are prone, so. He like steadies his shield and he's like, doesn't really know what to do. Gift, it is your turn.
I was going to do something very similar. I was going to cast protection from evil by slapping him in the face.
Why does everyone want to slap me?
A couple of environmental questions. I know it's mid-afternoon, actually. Are there any windows in this room? How much ambient light is there, and are the things avoiding the light?
These are all good questions. These things are, the curtains are drawn. There is, there's like shade trees and everything on the outside. So there's not a whole lot of light pouring into the room, but they are avoiding the light that there is coming through the cracks in the window shades, as far as you can tell. So.
All right, I thought that might be the case. Well, I'm right by the curtains, as far as I can tell. I'm assuming that's what that like outer thing is.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to spend my action flinging open all of the curtains.
These creatures shriek at the light and drop immediately through the floor downwards. And I believe that is where we should take a little break as we come to seeing the threat in this place. So
Horrible incorporeal monsters. Gift is genre savvy.
right. For good reason. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. We are going to get ourselves some water, some snacks, come back and join us in 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Our heroes have just, at least for the moment, defeated these strange undead creatures. Let me actually hide them from the map here. So, Gift opens these blinds, light, the dappled sunlight through the trees enters this room, and it just lights it up just enough for these creatures to just drop through the floor and go downwards. What would you all like to do?
Do we follow them? I mean, obviously we can't go through the floor, but we can go down a level anyways.
Yeah, whatever the fuck them is.
Yeah.
Gift pulls out her chalkboard and holds up. There's some kind of temple in the basement. She erases shrine, altar, question marks. It's behind the wine casks.
Quite a detail to leave out.
Di- mm. W- Interesting. To whom?
Let's go see.
Yeah. She points at Grief, but she does draw a crude pyramid, and holds it up. Elric maybe could use it.
Oh, it's a temple to Ponzi schemes. Got it. Okay.
Elric looks at this and he looks at this and says, well, I don't know what that has to do with wraiths, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Those things were wraiths. You don't see them too often. Most people keep them at bay. Basic folk charms and stuff usually keep them away. But they like to eat people's dreams.
Are they
Whoa.
not traditional undead then, Elric? Because
Oh, yeah, they are. I think they're undead. They're kind of ghosts. I don't know, I'm not like a religious scholar exactly, but people who are would say that they are people who died in their dreams. But I don't know. That seems weird.
What would bring them here?
Elric just kind of shrugs. I don't know. Lots of dreaming things.
I was kind of behind that thing, but one of them was reaching kind of into your mouth and trying to draw out dreams, so maybe nobody fall asleep anymore.
Horrifying. To the cellar?
To the cellar. Carefully.
You make your way down to the cellar, and as far as you can tell down here, everything seems to be normal. Gift, you don't see the cracks in the walls or anything like that, but you know where it was.
He walks right over to it and taps on the wall, tries to listen.
And give me an investigation check.
Okay, guys, the idea is to roll over a 10 sometimes. It's a bell curve. Close. He rolled a 6. We're getting there. That's a 13.
Never tell it the odds. It's not hard to find, but there's a hollow spot here behind the wall.
Yeah. Okay. When she finds it, she looks at it and sort of, looks at her, spindly arms and shrugs.
Just out of curiosity, there are wine casks or barrels in the way of these things, or is it like Gift's dream where there are actually illusions? How is that working out?
It doesn't seem to be an illusion here. So,
Okay.
So as far as this map is concerned, so it's kind of representing all the things going on. The way you see it, where the wall is, there's just walls.
Got it.
You're in the winging. So
Okay. Gotcha.
But there's a soft spot in the wall.
a hollow spot, but yes.
Hollow spot.
And we don't yet know where it is.
You've located where the hollow spot is, and it correlates the gift to your dream, so.
All right. Well, let's hit it.
Okay. Make an attack roll for me.
Uh, 17.
A 17, you hit the wall. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nine.
And you have a great sword.
I used the hand axe.
Hand axe. Okay. Yeah, so you easily tear through the wall. It'll take a little while, but you see the hall just opens to a dark space behind. There's no supporting beams in this area, though there should be. But you can take your time to continue to break a hole large enough to go through.
Yeah, definitely will.
So it takes you some time, and you can see an area that you see a pile of rubble here, like there was some sort of collapse or something, and it looks like whoever was working here just decided, we'll just plaster that over. It's fine.
Typical.
But you come over here and you have dark vision, right? You're a tiefling. You see this
Yes.
four-sided pyramid. Seems partially buried in the ground. It reaches 4 feet off the ground. It's 5 feet at its base.
That's quite large.
It is caked in dust and dirt, mud.
I think I found something.
All right, let me see. Finn's gonna pull out the shiny rapier. Sorry, aka the moon touch rapier, to light up the area around whatever Grief is looking at.
Yeah, you see the same thing. It on the map. It is right here.
Shit.
So, and you see the same thing. This, it looks like this was. It doesn't seem to be a natural cave. It's almost like this became a sinkhole temporarily, and like things just like collapsed inwards here, revealing whatever this was. This object here.
Does it look like some sort of symbology that would make sense historically, or does it look like nonsense? Or just
Okay.
natural?
Go ahead and give me, I will say you can make a history or investigation check, but you will have to clear away some of the mud and everything to get a better look at it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure Fenn is shoving aside some mud and such.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's a 10, except that was a nat 1. So you do with that as you will.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
So, at this point, Finn is inside of the like space.
Yes.
Okay, Gift will definitely follow and will help clean stuff away.
Mhm. So, you clear stuff away, and you realize at the base, it doesn't continue down like it's a pyramid. This is the top of an obelisk. The sides go straight down from this point.
Do obelisks have a similar mystique in this world to our world?
I would say yes.
Okay. I always like to double check because it could be completely normal or unheard of. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like Zarkan isn't known for its obelisks, you know? It would be weird to find one here. Especially since this is like a hard sandstone. Like it's not a natural stone for here.
Okay.
And if we kept digging, it's gonna keep going down, basically.
You think so? It'll take you a long time.
Right.
From,
Okay.
you know, as the archaeologist, you know, you would need a team, careful documentation of artifacts in the area, you know.
Very important stuff. We see, my investigation check was just garbage. So, did I get anything symbology wise off this obelisk?
It's familiar to you. You don't get anything in particular, but it is
Okay.
familiar.
All right.
When you had your moment with Vergus, you saw a very similar obelisk.
Oh. Hmm.
In the city that you were transported to, there was an obelisk in the center. It looks like it had been mostly painted over in in a almost worshipful way, but a very similar shape.
Hmm.
I
Well,
can
that's-
cast. Oh, good.
No, I was just gonna call Elric in here. So if you got any thoughts,
Yeah, I can cast detect magic at will. The sight thing that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that at Eldritch Sight and spend the minutes looking it over to get an aura and ideally a school. And then otherwise, I mean, Gift's really interested in this. This is, in fact, I mean, she's not a very good student of magic, but she is a student of magic. And she finds this really interesting. So, I mean, she's kind of like trying to channel a little bit of energy into it. She's maybe saying a little bit of a prayer here and there to see if it'll react. She's interested.
Okay. You cast detect magic, and you almost feel overwhelmed with the amount of magic that comes back at you. But what you then reveal is that point of energy that was floating and pulsating around this obelisk in the dreaming.
So like a ball above it or something.
Yeah, it kind of bobbles around it, like it floats and twirls around the top of this obelisk.
She tries to touch it.
Do you wish to prove yourself?
She'll nod.
It floats quickly, like twirls around your arm and around your body, and then floats over to the nearest person to you, Merlin, and says, "Do you wish to prove yourself?"
Prove myself for what?
To be worthy of my blessing.
Are you malevolent? Are you, you know?
I am innate.
Yes, I would like to prove myself.
Very good. And it will float over to Fen. Do you wish to prove yourself?
jeez.
Creature
boy.
of the sight. As you feel like it pulls at your psychic abilities a little bit, and you hear it starts
Yeah.
communicating to you more psychically.
Okay. I'm gonna go with no right now because those two seem more interested than me. Seems like a safe bet.
Do you fight with them?
I fight alongside them. Yeah.
Yes. Do you always abandon your friends?
Nah, not normally. No. I just figured that was only one of them could be worthy, so I didn't want to, take that away from them.
Being a friend only adds to your worthiness. I'm being kind to you, child of the sight.
Okay. Sure. Let's go with yes then. I'll stand alongside them to prove our worth. Yeah.
Says very good and spins around and comes to Elric and says, "Do you wish to prove yourself?" And Elric kind of like has like a little sweat on the brow and is looking at all of you and says, "I guess so." Yes. Grief, it comes to you and says, "Do you wish to prove yourself?"
Who are you?
I am the innate. I am a wellspring. I will reveal myself to those who wish to prove themselves.
Oh, I absolutely have no desire to do this, but you know, I'm here for the party, so let's do this, I guess.
Very good. And then it pulls itself back to the obelisk and traces out a doorway, all these arcane runes surrounding it in an archway, and a doorway appears. Prove yourself.
Quickly, I'd like to take a moment to commend my party for all being smarter than my character, and to apologize in advance for when she gets cursed again.
Can you have two different warlock deities? I don't even. It's not out.
The curse collector.
Excellent.
Some people adopt cursed, or some people adopt pets. Gift adopts curses.
Sounds right. Elric, quick question. Do you recognize the name The Innate? I don't.
Go ahead and roll another. We'll call it a religion check. That's fine. It's intelligence based.
For Elric or for Fen?
For Elric.
15.
He says, "I've never heard of that."
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
Y'all do
love hearing
remember,
that.
I'm not a student. I am a blacksmith.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But you know a lot about your god that you worship, the
Yeah.
god of the forge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's easy. Everyone else's gods is a lot more complicated.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Hey,
This is-
innate, what must we do to prove ourselves?
Enter.
You have to walk through the door.
Okay. I guess we're doing this.
What does the door lead to, innate?
Where's your sense of adventure?
I guess right here.
Who the hell said any of us wanted adventure?
Holding out the moon-touched rapier, Fen Cirrus will follow Gift.
Okay. Those two plop through the door.
I will follow.
All right.
Merlin goes in.
Okay. You see before you a space. The light is almost blindingly sharp here. The shadows crisp, clean. The sky is full of strange shapes and objects that float in ways that don't make physical sense. Before you, standing 10 feet tall, is a slender, blue-skinned woman, long hair, wrapped around a long spear. She wraps herself around her arm, grasping the spear. She says, "Excellent. I am Elia, the wellspring of dreams. This is my domain.
Fencerus will bow.
How is elite spelled? Sorry.
Let me actually pull up my thing. I realized that it's not in my notes. I have a picture of the stat block. So give me one moment because I might have said her name wrong. Her name is Laia, L-I''IA,
Ah,
Laia,
And what did she call herself?
the wellspring of dreams.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wellspring of- We were sent by the innate to prove ourselves worthy.
I am the innate.
Oh. Okay. Multiple names. Got it.
More of a description.
Gifts looks
Ye-
around and kind of shrugs.
You are young children. You would not remember the forming of this place. Merlin, you feel at home here. This place is like a lot of in-between universes that you've been in. But, you know, everyone's unique. This one has its own charm to it. It's quaint. She says, long ago, this world was formed. Not by gods, not by angels or fiends, but by a hungry people. This was a desolate place, and they gave it life so that they may eat of that life. But that life needed magic, needed something more to sate their hunger. They added well springs. They brought me here. I am one of many. Every day, you children wield our power. And that is what we are for. Tell me, you have taken up a path. One that will lead you to protecting this place. What do you know of the creature that calls itself Tiamat?
Myth, mostly. That Tiamat was a destructive force. When her rule ended, well, again, this is myth, but many civilizations were formed off of her destruction, in a way. And that she is what was it? Oh gosh, in common, it's so hard. The mother of dragons? That doesn't seem right, but that was the mythos from where I came from.
It's not far from the truth. Dragons have much magic. And those that some here call the architects, the hungry creatures that made this place, they knew that dragons would make their crops strong. But dragons come with their own baggage, their own creation stories. Some are true, some aren't, but it's all for their glory. Tiamat was one such story that was told long enough and truthfully enough that it became true. She is the epitome of the chromatic dragon's anger. The chromatic dragons and the metallic dragons fought for centuries, in not just in this place, but everywhere they appeared, they fought. Their war became so powerful that great creatures were formed, Tiamat and Bahamut, to carry out that war for all eternity. Tiamat is a fiend of great destruction. And if she were to be released here, well, then this would all be for nothing. All the children would go. And I want the children to stay. You took up a path that would lead you to defending this place from her.
It seems our goals seem to align. As a wellspring, do some refer to you as a god, or is it more to it than that?
I have no nor desire worshippers. I don't require your thoughts. My obelisk has long been buried, and yet I am present. Anything that the mind wills, I have domain over. You would call it psychic, telekinesis, even simple spells to tell each other hello. Those are my favorites. Your dreams, a powerful psychic emanation. I am all of that. But I am not a god. I am something more basic, yet more complex.
Understood. And then how would we prove ourselves worthy to receive your aid in our mission?
Well, you must fight, Tiamat. So I must test your mettle. And for that you will receive a boon. And she hasn't really moved. Her robes flow on her and wisp away at the edges. She seems corporeal but incorporeal at moments. But this spear, made of this almost blindingly white crystal with this just the blue aura, has remained steady. And she cracks it. And she says, to prove yourself, you must fight. I need everyone to roll initiative as she lunges towards you with this spear.
Merlin got an 8.
Okay.
It's a 7 for Fen. Roll of a 2.
7. Okay. Gift got an 8. So. Grief.
9 for me.
And
1 for Elric.
1 for Elric. Okay.
Why just give a -1 to initiative?
Stands in one place all day hammering things. He's not a fast guy.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
He doesn't
He's
have a lot of
very-
ambitions in life. Yes.
He's too chill. It's like, nah.
Hold on, I have to refer to her stats differently.
Well, this is one place Gift does not want to retire to. She doesn't like fighting. There's not nearly enough kitchens here.
Oh my god, I love you.
It's true. There are no kitchens. Actually, as you
Oh
say
my
that, you see a
gosh.
floating chunk of a kitchen in the air. Like, okay. So she didn't roll very good either, so that's fine. We'll say, yeah, she definitely goes before Gift. Okay. She breaks the spear and takes up this offensive position. But Grief, you have the first turn.
Whoa. Okay. Fantastic. So first and foremost, I would like to rage.
All right, you're rolling your wild magic.
Yes, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. For the duration of your rage, all creatures that start their turn within 60 feet of you randomly switch places with another creature within the same radius.
Oof.
Man, fucking tastic.
We will deal with that on subsequent rounds. So,
All right, cool. What is our distance right now?
you feel the psychic dream chaos just bounce off of this magic in you, and it undoes spatial reality for just a moment. So,
Cool, cool. Okay. I will move up to about right there. And I'm going to throw my javelin from here. 1 second. Look at something. $22 non-net. You're
that will
muted.
hit.
So that is going to be. Is a javelin also a strength weapon? Or no?
Javelin is strength.
It is, okay. Then that is going to be 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. Cool. You see that her corporeal form doesn't quite connect with it like you expect.
Okay.
She has resistance too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't think I've got anything else that's particularly. Let me see. I think that's going to be my turn.
Okay, you do have a second attack.
Did she take partial damage or no damage though?
Or partial.
Oh, she took partial. Okay, sorry. I thought you said she didn't take damage at all. Okay, then I will do that. Let's switch to a hand axe. 19.
19 hits.
And that's going to be 8.
Okay, 8 damage. All right. That will end your turn. So we come to Merlin. It is your turn.
I'd like to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Dang it. I got a 9.
9 will not hit. I will say, anything else you'd like to do, Merlin?
Nope.
I will say, y'all in the chat mentioning Final Fantasy are reading me to filth. Like hell. Like what the hell, y'all? Like knowing my influences. Like I don't play Final Fantasy 14, but I played Final Fantasy in general. So, okay. So, all right. So, as Merlin's turn comes to an end, the spear is going, she's going to pull the spear from the ground, whip it around over her head, and lance it directly at you, Grief, since you're here. So she has a +9 to hit. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take 8 piercing damage. And 10 psychic damage.
Was the piercing damage halved?
The piercing damage would be halved.
That's
So
what I
you
was looking
take
at too. So
you
it would be
take
4 instead of 8.
4. Mhm.
So 14 total.
Yes. But that brings us to her turn.
Oh.
Because she used one of her legendary actions
Mhm.
to hit with the spear. These psychic waves start pouring off of her. And she says, "Dream." And I need every creature within 30 feet of her. Well, actually, let me see. No one's within 30 feet of her. Well, then she's not going to do that. Let's see. It's just Grief. Yeah, it's just Grief. Okay, so I miscalculated my thing. Yep. So, cool. It would be bigger than that because it's she's so big. She's huge. What's she gonna do? She's gonna cast Blur on herself. That's what she's gonna do with her turn. So she becomes slightly less corporeal. For the duration, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against her. So unless you have blind sight or true sight. So that will be her turn. So we will keep going. Gift, it is your turn.
Okay. Let me see this one. Just need to double check something. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna move here, because that looks like partial cover. And I'm going to cast True Strike on Finn.
Okay. So you have advantage on your next attack roll. I love that. So, Fen, speaking of which, if gift is done,
Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
okay.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Sweet. Did I suspect I would feel that happening somehow. That magic, or hear that cast at me. Is it a familiar feeling?
I've cast it on you before.
Okay. All right. Well, I was gonna do. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Fenn's gonna run sideways here, kind of slide behind this block, and from this corner, she's going to throw one of her psychic blades at the creature.
Okay.
Hey, Leah. And what does True Sight do for me? Lay it out for me.
True Strike, basically just gives you advantage on your next attack roll,
Gotcha. Okay, so I should.
which ends up being a flat roll because she has Blurred Cast on her.
About to say. All right. Well, okay. It's not terrible with a 9, so that is 17.
17 will hit.
Whew. Okay. Grief is not within 5 feet of her, right?
That correct. She is. They are not. So
Okay. All right, so that's just a simple D6 plus 5. Schwarg. That would be 9 damage. And it's psychic, which
your psychic-
she might be resistant.
your psychic blade connects, but you see it just becomes part of her form. She twists her arm around and just grabs your psychic blade and sheathes it into her robe. She is immune to psychic damage.
Yeah, yep. All right.
She says, "Very clever, child."
And with that, Fen is going to bonus action hide. Wait. Been through this many times. Yes, hide. Yes. Whoop.
Immune to psychic damage. Leia, Slayer of Bards.
It's a good thing I got actual daggers here. That's gonna stink.
She's literally the source of all psychic energy in this world. So,
Yep. That was a
awesome.
test. Yes, that was it.
Yeah. It is Elric's turn.
All righty. Give me 1 minute. I am looking at how close I need to be. Okay, Elric is going to. He's got 40 feet of movement, so. He'll come up here next to me, I think. Next to Grief. All right. Is she wearing or holding any metal?
Make a quick perception check.
10.
10, not that you can see. She seems to be unarmored, and her spear is made of some sort of crystal or glass, or maybe it's just purified psychic energy. You can't really tell, but it's definitely not metal.
Okay, fantastic. Let's go ahead and do changes. Let's addition target. So within... Sorry, I'm not used to playing people that have spells. 30 feet. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna Elric is gonna pop off a second level bless, and it will affect all of the party members. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or the saving throw.
And just to confirm for me, bless is not concentration.
Let me see. It's concentration up to a minute.
Good to know.
Fuck you. And I mean that in the lovingest way. Right. Really. No, I think that's his turn.
Setting up your defenses, I see. And she is going to... do I be really mean? Yes. She says... She turns to you, Grief, and she says, "You don't need that." She's going to spend 2 of her legendary actions to dispel magic on you. You are no longer blessed.
Fucking rude. Damn. Brutal.
It's your turn.
Cool. I wasn't ready for my turn.
That's okay. There's a lot here.
Yeah, I'm playing 2 characters. It's a little I can't be ready when they're like back to back in the initiative. Who goes next? Can I just hold my turn? Can I just offset my initiative by 1?
Yes, I will let you. If you want to just go after Merlin, you can just do that for the rest of the combat.
Okay, cool.
Merlin would like to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
I got a 15 to hit.
A 15 to hit does not hit her armor class. She seems to move and dance around, and she just easily sidesteps. Well, as much as she can sidestep anything, she is floating. So she just moves out of the way of the firebolt, and she says, "Bold, I love it." So anything else you'd like to do, Merlin?
Nope.
Okay. Grief, now it is your turn.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and whatever. We're just gonna get right up in her face, apparently. Oh shit. 11.
11 does not. Did you add your D4?
No, I'm not blessed.
Oh, that's
You
right.
took it away from me. But thanks for rubbing the salt in the wound, asshole. Oh,
That was brilliant.
every time. Every time.
Awesome. Cool. Would you like to make another swing?
Yes, I would. That's... Fuck. That's a 10.
She has really gotten into your head. She's like, she just looks at you. She says, "You'll get it."
You have to patronize me too. Jesus.
Yeah, get angry. It's at the end of her turn, she says, let's up the stakes a little bit. And 20 feet. She points to a point in the middle of the battlefield, and psychic energy just erupts from the point in these waves as spectral hands just reach up from the ground and start grasping. For 1 minute, this area is going to become difficult terrain. Any creature that begins its turn in the area is going to take psychic damage. So,
Also, just to add a wrench into things, my rage effect, you haven't been doing that, but I know it's a lot to keep track of, so just to FYI.
Well, we're still only in the
Right.
second round, so we haven't missed one yet.
right.
Okay.
Let's do that now, since you reminded me. Everyone go randomly switch spots. So let's go for the top here. Actually, we'll start with you, Grief. Roll a d4 for me.
4.
4. All right. You switch with Elric. Oh, what? All right. Let's see. Gift. Roll a d4.
Okie dokie. Two.
All right. You switch with Fen. Fen, roll a d4.
That's a 1.
All right. You switch with Merlin. Merlin, roll a d4.
4.
Right. You switch with Elric. And Elric, roll a d4.
Oh god, no.
Does it only affect allies, or does the enemy also roll a d4?
Oh.
4.
That's interesting. I heard the 4. That's okay. I forgot that the enemy could be part of this. She wasn't supposed to move. She was supposed to be a stationary Final Fantasy enemy. But so we'll say for this, like, really, like, wherever I put her, she's massive and it's not going to move from there anyway. She just stays where she is. So this is her domain. So cool. As we have now rearranged the battlefield, honestly, we're at time. We're gonna have to just pick this up next week. So I am sorry to say. So that is where we're gonna end things for tonight.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Let me enter my music here. So oh yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Let's go ahead and do our outros. So we will start with Tara. Tell us about you. If you have anything to promote, now's the time to do it.
Hi. Yeah. I'm a mod for a Twitch stream called Cooking DJ. That's really the only thing I'd like to promote. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Awesome. Penny.
Thank you all for being here. Again, my name is Penny. I'm not currently doing much on the internet, but thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. Soliloquy.
Hey, I'm Soliloquy or Jaden. You can find me on most platforms under the username Fat Sapphic Bro. I mostly hang out on TikTok and make a variety of random content.
And Silver.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as YouTube. Tomorrow night, we return at 8:30 p.m. Pacific for another session of Capes and Caverns, which you can find all of the back catalog of Capes and Caverns over on YouTube. But if you want to come see some superhero D&D action, come out tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's me.
Awesome. And I'm Archangelic. You can find me, well, first, let's do a little announcement right here at the end since we have all our people's attention. We are going to be rebranding as Lantern Light Adventures. As I continue to add more projects to what we do, we decided to just change everything over to have one thing. So we are going to be changing Twitch channels. That won't affect us much as players, but as viewers, we do have a link in the chat, the link tree that has all of our socials, the new YouTube channel where we'll be posting the VODs, and the new Twitch channel. So please go follow that. We will be continuing to stream here next week. But after that, we will be switching over to twitch.tv/Lantern Light Adventures. I hope you will all join me and join us as we continue to do more things. And hopefully it'll all be great. So I'm very excited for all of it. Yeah, so but otherwise I will be running this game still every Sunday night, or most Sundays, at 7:30 Pacific, running this game for these fine people here. You can find information for me specifically on my static website, archangelic.space, my little static website in the world. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube. The link is, I think I have a, the link is there. That will take you to the Archangelic YouTube, but also on the Lantern Light YouTube, there is a playlist that will have all the VODs for this game as well. We also have a podcast version of this game that I am still behind on uploading episodes, but I will get to them. I promise I will do it eventually. And yeah, if you want to join us and get more information about what we're doing, please join us on Discord. And thank you all again. Wait, one more thing. Thank you, User, our wonderful producer, for everything you do. We would not be able to do this without you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in. Wherever you are, even in these dark times, we love you and we hope to see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.